Okay, so g'day. Time for me to jump on the bandwagon of silver, which seems that a lot of coin channels have actually done so far. So we have seen a rally in the actual price of silver, and you have to remember everyone's still pricing this in the American dollar, even though a lot of channels are saying that, oh, the American dollar is finished, it's going away, this is what we're going to use as currency. Now, do I think we're going to go back to using silver and gold as currency? No, I don't think so. I reckon it will probably turn into digital, because there has been a reduction by about 80% in the use of coins and banknotes. Granted, it's fiat, but it translates into actual any type of coin and banknote. It means that people are just not used to coins and banknotes, and they're definitely not used to silver. But anyway, these are some coins that, if we were going to go back to gold and silver, we'll be using these quite readily. So we have 91.5% silver, and the current market rate is about $2.50. When I purchased these, I think about 5 years ago, it was about 70 cents each. So that was the bullion value. And actually, that's the 50% silver we are talking about. So $2.30, I bought it as 70 cents. These ones are about $4.50, so these are 92.5% silver. I think I purchased these when they were about $2 each. So, but depending on the actual mintage, because there are some low mint coins in which you're not going to get these as bullion. The bullion coins are just going to be low value coins. If it is over very fine, so very fine and under usually classed as bullion in high mint state. And if it is a high mint coin, but it's also extremely fine to uncirculated, you're going to pay a premium over whatever that grade is. And we use the Australian system, so just a very fine, extremely fine, or the Sheldon system, which is number 1 to 70. And a lot of these are probably 20s and 30s. So why is silver going up? Well, basically, I don't know. No one knows. Everyone's just playing the guessing game. I just watched a video from Small Financially, and they're saying, or the guest on there was saying, what was it, Lynette Zhang, saying it is delivery of silver from the future. So instead of just trading the paper, they're now actually taking delivery of the silver, which is taken out of the market. There's another hypothesis, which is that use electronic devices like the smartphone. There's been an uptick in the actual need for that, which a lot of people are saying it's related to data centers. So data centers, they need some silver in their electronics, but that's probably the only thing I can think of in electronics that's actually boosting demand of silver, because all the other stuff has been slowly building up over the past 10 years, especially electronic cars, and China is the major player in that. So I would have gathered that there would have been an increase gradually as the silver was increasing in demand over that time period. Now, as for the first one, which they're taking delivery of gold and silver, I don't know. That could be it. Or maybe someone is trying to corner the market. So, like the Hunt brothers in 1980, they tried to corner the market, or apparently they did, and that was put a stop to, because trying to corner the market means you're going to become a monopoly, and a lot of countries don't like that. That's why we have laws to try and diversify competition. But if you're trying to corner a market, like Bunnings might try and corner hardware, then the government will step in and try and stop that. What is the other one? That was the other one. So someone trying to corner the market. And people, another one could be just that there is a feeding fact here. So people get excited about silver, they see it rising, and they try and buy it. They're buying the paper as well as the physical item. So they're trying to leverage a profit. So, because I bought this 4 years ago, it doesn't matter if I sell it now, even for, 10% below bullion. So if I sell these for about $2, sell these for $4, I would still make double what I've paid for. And that would also include eBay fees. So really, there is no one thing that people are getting at. There's a whole bunch of hypotheses which people are espousing. Now, a lot of them are espousing it based on what their experiences have been, but I can only base on my experience and what I've actually seen on YouTube. But now another thing is that people are concerned about the economy. They think the United States, well, some people say the United States is already in recession and other places are going to go in recession. And maybe they think that the stock market will actually crash. So if that happens, they're going to try and buy something physical, and gold's one of them, silver's one of them, in which they can not lose their money. So basically fiat currency, like this Ethiopian birr, over the past 10 years, this has lost about nearly 100% of its value. This is worth about 10 cents, which in 1976, when it was issued, probably worth about, $2 or $3. So basically, that's a reduction. And then you've got other places like Lebanon. This was originally about 60 Australian cents, but now this is worth 1 cent because the currency is totally collapsed. So that's what people are also concerned about. There's going to be hyperinflation, or the stock market's going to crash. So they're moving their money around as they see the best thing that they can actually buy. So, and silver is one of those at the moment. So if you're buying silver now and you sell it next week and the price has gone up $10, well, even if you take out fees and taxes and that, you're still making 50%. So really, you made $5 on each of these coins. Nah, just on an ounce of silver. See, that's why it gets confusing. And then you'll probably be making, I don't know, if just say this coin has gone up $5 and you made 50 cents, but you bought it for $2, you sell it for $4.50, you still made, and take away taxes, eBay fees, you still made $2. So if it keeps on going up, like if it goes to $6, then you're just going to make more of a profit. But if you buy it for $5 and it goes for $5.50, well, you're only paying tax on the 50 cents, but the eBay fees is actually on the whole bunch of it. And also these coins here, so 1948, beautiful. And another thing is that people think that the society is going to collapse, the civilization is going to collapse. Well, climate change keeps going up and our food stocks collapse, and that could happen, but the way I see it, humans are very adaptable, so civilization probably still keep going on, and we're not going to go extinct anytime soon. So you got preppers, preppers, they like to buy. And, well, if that did happen, this one will be good for buying small items. Buying food, buying just local small items like knife and forks. You'll probably need too many of these to actually buy a fridge, or if we have electricity. If not, then buy an oven, a wood-fired oven, which probably costs about $1,000. So then you'll probably be more likely to use a coin like this, or even just one gold coin. But gold coins have always been used for high-end items, and then again they're only really being used by those with money, so the rich and the government. Anyway, hope this helps you with your coin and banknote collecting. Just remember, this is not an investment channel. No, because it's illegal actually to give investment advice if you're not a registered investor. Financial advisor, should I say, which is really a good thing because you've got really dodgy people out there. Anyway, I'm going to start investing in rocks. Rocks is really good, and I think this is basalt. Anyway, have an awesome coin and bank collecting time, and take care.